When you're expecting a baby, you have hopes and plans and dreams for your child. Sports, school dances, social activities, friends. And for us, it was dreams of going to church together as a family. And our son Andrew did not disappoint. He was everything we dreamed about. He was healthy. He had a great smile. And I may be biased as a father here, but I think he was smart too. When Andrew was about 18 months old, things began to change. Andrew stopped speaking. He no longer was interested in playing with any of his toys. He only seemed to want to stare at the ceiling fan all the time. Kim and I didn't know it at the time, but this was the first signs of our sweet little boy's autism. We were later told sometimes the signs of autism are apparent at birth, but many times do not show up until later. Now, Kim and I suspected autism, but we didn't receive the official diagnosis until Andrew was 3 years old. And after Andrew's diagnosis, life changed dramatically for our family. Daycares wouldn't take Andrew. We couldn't find sitters. The church nursery couldn't accept him anymore. And like many parents of autistic children, we took turns going to church. One would go while the other stayed home with Andrew. Eventually, we quit going completely, choosing instead to worship at home. In early 2007, we discovered what we call the best-kept secret in Houston, and quite by accident, Avondale. And Andrew started as a student at Avondale in 2007, May of 2007. He was 10 years old at the time, and Andrew will be 15 tomorrow. The difference was apparent immediately. Now, not all of his problems went away, mind you, but he began progressing and improving. When Andrew became a teenager and hit puberty, his behavior at our home began declining. Andrew was quick to get angry, and he got bored easily. His obsessive compulsiveness, which had only been a minor concern previously, increased significantly. It also became more common for Andrew to have violent outbursts. At the time, I was still bigger and stronger than Andrew, and I could restrain him until his outbursts subsided. In 2010, those things got worse. Andrew's obsessive compulsiveness got even worse. On weekends, he had a Saturday routine and a Sunday routine. Andrew had a favorite restaurant and wanted to go there on Saturdays and on Sundays. He had a specific Saturday booth and a specific Sunday booth. After we ate, he insisted on going to Walmart on Saturdays and insisted on going to Target on Sundays. We couldn't deviate from that routine, or Andrew would get very violent. Sadly, you could see in Andrew's eyes that he didn't want to be this way. He couldn't control himself. He felt compelled to do what he was doing. The sweet little boy that was once my constant companion was now a threat to himself, his mother, and me. And that was the final straw. We were afraid of what Andrew might do next. Our health was suffering. Kim and I were sleeping with one eye open. Every sound he made, we'd wonder, was that a happy sound? Was that a mad sound? The three of us were defeated and exhausted. This was no way for us to live. None of us. Like so many nights before, Kim and I prayed for answers and cried ourselves to sleep. The next morning, we contacted Avondale about residential placement. As a parent, it is so difficult to admit that you can't give your child what he needs. Arrangements were made to move Andrew into his new home at the beginning of March 2011. It was the end of our little family as we knew it, and it was easily the hardest decision Kim and I ever made. When we finally were able to see Andrew, he looked great. He looked healthy, and he had lost weight. His great smile had returned, and Andrew was happy again. He was truly happy again. Andrew went into the group home an unhappy, angry little boy, but now he was the happy young man that we always knew he was inside, but rarely got the glimpse. Since that day, we visited Andrew several times, and they're always great visits. We still miss Andrew, of course, but he's happy and well-adjusted now. That's what we've always wished for him, health and happiness. Andrew's done so well and come so far from where he was just a little over a year ago. I've heard some of the Avondale staff call him the miracle boy. And oh yeah, about all those dreams that we had for our son 15 years ago, Andrew just finished basketball season. He finished football in January. He's currently in gymnastics and is about to begin his second season of baseball this weekend. And Andrew has a better social life than Kim and I. He goes to movies, out to eat, to school dances. There are game nights, parades, and a variety of other group outings and social activities for the individuals living in Avondale's residential houses. Andrew gets tons of life skills as well, life skill training as well. Andrew volunteers with Goodwill Industries, and I'm told he loves working there. And we're also extremely happy to know Andrew is going to church now, and we are so thankful and grateful to Avondale and to Western University Baptist Church for making it possible. All of our dreams for our son are coming true. Now, Kim and I are still adjusting, and we still have an empty space in our lives and hearts. We probably always will. But that's okay, because we know we did the best thing for our son. As long as Andrew is happy, Kim and I are happy. So once again, I want to thank you for allowing me to share our family story. And I wish to ask you to consider supporting Avondale. Avondale is a place where miracles happen every day, not just for their students, but for the families of the students as well. Thank you.